Hey there, this is Caleb Weber coming to you with Beyond the Sidelines with Frankie DeJesus and Braden Fickle. We're 1 week away from the NFL draft. Braden, you got any hot takes on it?
Yeah, I'm just excited to see where everyone falls. You know, obvious Trevor Lawrence #1, Zach Wilson #2. But I just want to see how the rest of the draft falls. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I think everybody's projected and the teams they should go. I'm really excited to watch Trevor Lawrence. That's probably the one guy that I want to see play the most. I'm hoping he doesn't have a big injury like Burrow to keep him out. But no, yeah, I think every player is going to the team they should, and they're projected to. So I think it's going to be a great draft.
The Dolphins are reportedly taking calls about trading the 6th overall pick. Frankie?
I don't know about this. I mean, I think the Dolphins, I think they need all the help they can get. They have a young quarterback to, I think they could do something with this pick, and I don't see the worth of trading it.
Yeah, to me, I think every team should be taking calls about their picks because you could get some more value than the 6th pick. Like if a team really wants this pick, really wants a player that's still on the board, you might be able to get some future picks or even different players out of them. And I think the Dolphins should be taking calls. And yeah, I think they need more targets, more players. It's good to take calls.
Star forward Anthony Davis could return against the Mavericks. Frankie?
I think this is big for the Lakers. They're off and on right now with, winning games and losing games. But Anthony Davis, I've said this before, I think he's the second best player in the NBA. And when you have a guy like that on your team, he can do big things. So I think this is great for the Lakers.
I think it's good for the Lakers. It might be the wrong move to bring him back so early because of his injury, but the Lakers are dropping hot in the standings right now. And there's teams like, they could drop all the way to the 7 or 8 without LeBron and Anthony Davis, but right when they get them back, they're going to be back to the 5. So bringing him back is going to result in them doing better, but hopefully he doesn't get a re-injury.
LaMelo Ball cleared to return to individual workouts. Braden?
Yeah, I think LaMelo, obvious Rookie of the Year before the injury. He's a great player. And, the Hornets getting him back, it's going to be big. He's started the last 20 or so games. They really worked him to the rotation well. And I think LaMelo's he's a great player. Can't wait to see what he does through his NBA career.
No, yeah, I agree. I think the Hornets did a great job with, starting him off, kind of working him in there every once in a while, and then, finally bringing him out there and, making him a starter. So, but no, I think LaMelo played great, and I'm excited to see him back. I want to see what he can do.
On to the argumentative portion of the show. Braden, where do you think is the best fit for Caleb Farley?
I'm not big on Caleb Farley at all. He is injured right now, and that's really going to hurt his draft stock. But I see him, falling off to the late first round to a team in the 20s, maybe the Browns, maybe just some team that could use a corner, but not an early of a pick because he is injured. And there's just better corners in the draft that I like. Horn, Surtain. There's better corners than Farley, and I just see him falling off a little bit.
Yeah, I don't agree with you on a lot of things, but I'm going to have to agree with you this one. I think he'll fall pretty low down there. Not too low, but I can see him going to the Browns, and, the injury just really killed that draft stock, so, yeah.
Moving on, Frankie, where do you think is the best fit for quarterback Trey Lance?
So, I like Trey Lance. I love Trey Lance. And I think the best fit for him is the Falcons. I know you say Justin Fields, but I like Trey Lance better than Justin Fields. Never been a big fan of Fields, and I would rather see Trey Lance in a Falcons uniform than Justin Fields. I feel like he fits better in their play style, and I just love to see him go there.
Yeah, I'm not a Trey Lance. I do not like Trey Lance. I don't think he's very good. I think he's probably the worst out of the 5 quarterbacks.
Really?
I got Mac Jones ahead of him too. I don't see Trey Lance being very good in the NFL, but I got him going to a team, probably pick 9 to the Broncos. They could use quarterback, Drew Lock. He's not been bad, but he's had some injuries, and when he's had those injuries, they haven't had a quarterback to kind of win them some games. Like every game that they didn't have Drew Lock was a loss. And if Drew Lock really isn't the answer in these next couple of years, Trey Lance steps up. I mean, maybe he can do something, but I don't think he's that good of a quarterback. I don't think he's very good.
Guys, who do y'all think will represent the American League in the World Series?
I don't think the American League's very strong. I think the National League is more of the basically whoever comes out of the National League is going to win.
Yeah. But
I like the Red Sox here. They started out cold, got swept in the first series. Now they're doing the sweeping. They're 12-6, top of the standings in the AL. And they really just have a good, well-rounded team, good pitching, good hitting. They just have the pieces to come out of the American League and go to the World Series.
The AL East division is really strong. They've always been a strong division. But I have the Yankees. I know they're not looking like the team they have looked like in the past. But it's the beginning of the season. They've only played 16 games. I feel like the Yankees still have a shot, and that AL East division is a strong division. So early in the season like this, the division can switch like drastically, and so I could see the Red Sox being a wild card team, but I see the Yankees coming out on top.
Who will represent the National League in the World Series? Braden?
A lot of people say the Dodgers, and I think the Dodgers are a great team. Probably the best talented team. They have the most talent. They got Mookie Betts and Bellinger and just great players. But I do like the Padres just because I don't think the Dodgers can beat them in a 7-game series. Both teams, great pitching, great defensive teams. But I like the Padres in this series. There's just something about it that I like the Padres here.
No, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I just, I don't think Tatis Jr. is very consistent. And if he's not consistent now, you think he could do that, when it comes playoff time? Like, I can't see that. So I have the Dodgers. I think the Dodgers they look like an all-star team out there. Like, they have all the right players out there. They got a great pitching rotation, and I see them coming out on top against any team. So I have the Dodgers.
Moving on to our NBA game picks, we start out with the Phoenix Suns versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Frankie?
I love the Suns, and, I've said that in the past. But I'm going to have to go 76ers on this game. I think they're playing great. I love Embiid. I slept on Ben Simmons in the past, but I think he's great for that team, and I see them coming out on top in this game.
Yeah, I like the Sixers. I like how they've been playing, but I also like how the Suns have been playing. They're a really hot team. Chris Paul's been a great point guard for them, just the point guard that they needed to go alongside Booker and Ayton. Mikal Bridges has been great too. I like the Suns in this game, not by a lot. I think it'll be a great game to watch. Give me the Suns by 3 or 4 points. And yeah, that's what I got.
Next up, we have the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Dallas Mavericks. Braden?
Yeah, being the Mavs fan here, I've just been very disappointed watching the Mavs lately. They've been cold. They're just one of the most inconsistent teams in the league. They just have inconsistent players. Luka, very inconsistent. Porzingis, if he's healthy, he's good. If he's not, then, he's not playing. He's not good. So we just have a very inconsistent lineup, very inconsistent record. We'll go on a streak here and there, but we're cold right now. I think we turn it around here against the Lakers with or without Anthony Davis, because I just like what the team's been, preaching about getting it to shooters, letting them shoot the ball, rebounds inside. And I like the Mavs here with or without Anthony Davis for the Lakers.
I think if Anthony Davis comes back for the Lakers, I think the Lakers will win. So that's my prediction.
Next up, we have the Boston Celtics versus the Brooklyn Nets. Frankie?
I have the Nets in this game. The Nets, obviously a better team, better players, so I'm going Nets.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Celtics. I really like what Robert Williams has been doing. I said it on the show a couple weeks ago that he's one of my best sitters, best to watch. He just does what the Celtics need. So I like the Celtics here. You can expect a good game from Tatum. He's been hot lately. They're gonna beat the Nets.
Next up, we have the Denver Nuggets versus the Golden State Warriors. Guys, what are you picking?
I'll start it off here. I'm going with Golden State. Curry's been hot. 10-plus threes. I expect that from him again. So I got Golden State. Steph dropping 50 points.
Yeah, I agree. Steph's been pretty hot. I have him winning MVP, if he keeps it up. So I have Warriors.
Next up, we have the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Bucks. Braden?
Bucks haven't been that good lately. Giannis has been inconsistent. So is Chris Middleton. They just haven't been a piece that is going to take the East. Sixers just look great. I got them taking it.
I have the Bucks taking this game. I think Giannis has played a little better lately. Still not the biggest fan of him, but I think if he keeps it up, I think the Bucks win this game.
Next up, we have the Boston Celtics versus the Charlotte Hornets. Frankie?
I like the way the Celtics have been playing. Jason Tatum's been going off lately. And I think their team all around is, more put together than the Hornets. So I have the Celtics.
Yeah, I like the Celtics too. I like the way they've been playing. Williams has been great. Tatum's been great. But if you ask me this question in a week or two, I'm picking the Hornets because LaMelo Ball's coming back. But right now, let's go with the Celtics.
Next up, we have the Sacramento Kings versus the Golden State Warriors. Guys?
All right, I'll take it here. Curry, MVP candidate now. He's been hot lately. I think this is the game he goes cold. I don't expect much from him against the Kings. The Kings have a poor defense. I think Curry gets open looks, but just can't make his shots this game. I got the Kings taking it.
I don't see that happening at all. It hasn't happened the last 10 games, so why would it happen now? I think Curry's going to go off for another 40, 50 points, so I have the Warriors.
Well, I think it's just bound to happen that a player like Steph Curry, he's had his off games in the past, and he's scored about 40 points in the past 10, 12 games. So I think he's got to go cold eventually. He's not going to do this the rest of his career.
Well, if it was bound to happen, it would have happened like 3 games ago, and it still hasn't happened. So I think, I don't see why he wouldn't go off for another, 45 points. So.
Finally, we have the Phoenix Suns versus the Brooklyn Nets. Frankie?
I said this before, say it once again. I think the Nets all around are a better team. They have all the players, all the pieces, except Harden, but I have Nets in this game.
I'm a Nets hater. I don't like the Nets. I don't like any of their players on the team. Kyrie, just don't like him. Neither do I like KD, so I'm going to go with the Suns here. Some part out of bias, but some part because the Suns are a great team, and they just have the pieces they need, and Booker's going to go off for 40, so Suns easy take this one.
That's all for Beyond the Sidelines. Catch you next week.